Welcome back, everybody. It's the Bourbon Judge. Hey, we're going to go ahead and kick it off today with the top 5 bourbons to kick off the fall. The fall season is here. When you think about fall season, you're thinking about football. You're thinking about s'mores, some fire pits, hanging outside, smoking some cigars. If you smoke cigars, I do. And just honestly, just some cooler weather, right? So fall is here. So I'm going to give you 5 bourbons, in my opinion, are fantastic. For the most part, easy to find. And I know everyone's going to say some bourbons are a little bit harder to find than others. Yes, that's just the way bourbon is, unfortunately, this day and age. But for the most part, these are ones that you typically can find after a little bit of hunting. And you guys know me, I'm always going to throw in an asterisk. So yes, the Bourbon Judge loves an asterisk. So I will have a number 6, which will be, let's just call it a specialty pick. But the other 5, those are, let's call it easier to find and definitely more affordable. All right. Before we get started, huge shout out to my man Don. So I got a new patron. Don, I appreciate you. Thank you, my man, for subscribing to the channel. Really appreciate the support, not only from Don, but from all my patrons. We've been actually having a blast, kind of going back and forth with a lot of different things. One of the items is I'm actually in the process, as I mentioned, I think on the last video, in the process of doing my own barrel pick. So my first ever Bourbon Judge barrel pick, and I am thrilled. So it'll be available to all my patrons. And really just excited for that as a whole. Hell, I even went bourbon hunting with one of my patrons. So, I mean, this is truly what bourbon's all about. Meeting good people, sharing good time and good experiences, all while doing something we all love, which is bourbon. Bourbon related, right? All right. Let's go ahead and kick it off. Ready? 5 bourbons to kick off fall. Put a lot of time and work and effort into this bad boy. All right. Starting with number 1, and I'm going to tell you the reason why I picked each and every one. So, numero uno, number 1, goes to Maker's Mark FAE01. Now, technically, this is one that I loved actually in the spring. I loved it so much, honestly. Be on the lookout for FAE02, which is coming out this fall. No pun intended, right? But honestly, Maker's Mark is doing a phenomenal job. I picked this one because it's a wheated bourbon. Wanted to throw in a wheated bourbon in there. And honestly, Maker's Mark has just been doing a really solid job over the last couple of years with their limited releases. I was so impressed with FAE01. I know FAE02, the one that's coming out here in a couple months, is going to be a home run, if not a grand slam. So this is one, you know, priced about $70, $75. But this is one, when it does come out, FAE02, make sure you grab it, folks. I love this one, and I can't wait to get FAE02. All right, it's number 1. 1 down, 1 wheated bourbon down, 4 to go. All right, let's go with Elijah Craig, and I know people are thinking he's picking one of the barrel proofs. I'm not. This is the fall, not the winter. We're not ready for that 138 proof, right? Elijah Craig barrel proof, not that one. I actually went with Elijah Craig Toasted, coming in at 94. This, I think, honestly, I mean, Elijah Craig, Heaven Hill, they are doing a phenomenal job, honestly. I picked this one because, you know, it's a toasted barrel finish, right? What I really liked about this one is very sweet on the nose. It transfers to the palate. I really enjoyed this. I think with the fall season, you know, sitting by a fireplace or a fire pit, sitting outside, smoking a cigar, just hanging out, really enjoying that cooler weather, like, you know, the whole thing with like the s'mores and everything, that goes very well with everything I just said. Elijah Craig Toasted, a little bit harder to find because people started to really kind of enjoy this one. A little bit harder to find, but again, with a little bit of work, you definitely can find it for sure. All right, number 3. Even though I love bourbon, and obviously I'm the Bourbon Judge, I do love myself some ryes. So I had to pick a rye that I feel is just the quintessential rye, coming in at $50, easily affordable, easy to find. You can go to maybe 1 or 2 liquor stores, but you're going to find it. And every single time I've had it, it's always phenomenal. Pikesville Rye. I will tell you, I love some ryes as a whole. I really, really do. But if you are a bourbon lover and you're just trying to cross over into the world of rye, this is every bourbon drinker's or bourbon sipper's rye for sure. this is something that you just love if you are a bourbon drinker and you're really trying to cross over into that rye space. This is your friend. This is your best friend. Literally, your best friend. It sips as close as possible to a bourbon, but at the end of the day, it is a rye. Coming in at 110 proof and only $50. This is Heaven Hill. I mean, this might be one of their best products, honestly. Pikesville Rye might be one of Heaven Hill's best products by itself. It is so damn good. By the way, everything I'm going to show you today, I reviewed, so I will put the link up above, just to be clear. It's on why I'm not going into too much depth about them. But I will put the links up above for each and every one that I reviewed. Again, Pikesville, $50. This is truly one of the best ryes on the market, day in, day out. All right, I need 3 favors. Number 1, hit the like button. Number 2, drop me a comment. You guys know I love going back and forth. I mean, I truly, honestly love going back and forth. All the commentary. People give me great ideas. We reach out. People even reach out via email. I truly love that. So please drop me a comment. And hell, email me if you want to as well. I like that as also. And then last but not least, please make sure you also hit the subscribe button so that whenever I put out content, you get the notification. All right, 3 down, 2 to go, plus the asterisk. All right. 2 to go. I'm going to go with Bardstown Bourbon Company, Fusion Series number 5. Now, I will say, Fusion Series number 4, as I reviewed a couple months ago, was one of my favorites for the summer. It was a fantastic, very, almost like, very sweet forward type of a bourbon. This one, different mash bill, because this mash bill, I mean, this is, I should say, Fusion Series number 5, but it has a different mash bill. Much spicier, even though it's only a 94.9, let's call it a 95 proof bourbon, it sips much hotter than 95. In my opinion, it sips closer to like 105, maybe 107 proof bourbon. Nice and spicy, a little bit of an extra kick to it. To me, as you go into the fall, you want something that kind of just, you know, warms you up a little bit more than normal as you're stepping outside in that cold weather. This, I will tell you, is hands down a great, and I mean a truly a superb quality product. Bardstown Bourbon Company number 5 will definitely keep you nice and warm. All right, 4 down, 1 to go. 1, 2, go. All right, so to close this out, I had to pick another bourbon that's also in that $50, $60 range. By the way, this is $55. I should say that as well. Bardstown Bourbon Company Fusion is always about $55. This one also is about $55, $60 as well, right? So these are all relatively in that $55, $65 range. The last one, slightly harder to find, only because they typically do store picks only, and you can get a barrel proof from the distillery, but unless you're going to the state of Washington, which is a little far, you can find barrel picks out there. Woodinville. I'm picking Woodinville as my craft distillery of choice. This, I will tell you, regular Woodinville small batch is good. It's good. Woodinville barrel proof, a store pick. Oh my gosh. This is damn good, folks. I mean, it is so damn good. It's so good, you know what? I need to have a sip of this. I will say, a little bit harder to find. Like I said, Woodinville is exploring, or I should say, expanding to other states in terms of producing a lot of like store picks, right? I've gotten one from Kentucky. I've gotten one from Maryland. I think I got another one recently from, was it New Jersey? Somewhere else. They're expanding their store picks, which is great. So check out your local liquor stores. Find out if you can get a local pick, or see if your local liquor store has a local pick. If not, honestly, a lot of times even ask your local liquor store if you can get a store pick. A lot of times you'll be surprised. Really good liquor stores, ones that really cherish, let's call it their bourbon connoisseurs, all of us out there, a lot of times they're willing to listen to their customers and say, you know what, hey, you know, if you really like this, maybe we should try it, right? They may not always get the store pick or the barrel pick initially, but if a lot of people ask for it, you ask like some of the other people that visit the same liquor store as you, like some of your friends, they might actually end up doing it. So definitely see if you can get a store pick of Woodinville. Their barrel proof is just, wow. Don't think I forgot about that asterisk. I gotta enjoy this Woodinville first though, because this is just like, oh. So this one here I have, this is the one I got from Kentucky, I believe. Yeah, this is the Kentucky one. 120.68 proof. There's something just je ne sais quoi different about Woodinville. Their craft approach is just different. And I don't know what they're doing, but please keep doing what you're doing, Woodinville. Oh. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. There's something about that. Oh, man. That is so deep, rich. It almost tastes like you have a Kentucky bourbon. You throw it out in the state of Washington. You get all like that extra just natural good love. It honestly just tastes like tons of like caramel. Almost some like notes of like maple syrup in there as well. Some pepper, a little spicy. This is just, I mean, it's a normal good bourbon, but it just takes it to a whole nother level. It's so different. It's so unique. This is one you can't go wrong with. Wow. I'm truly surprised. I really am. That is amazing. All right. 4. Let's just call it my asterisk, my specialty. One that is just is the home run. As Cousin Nita will say, this one costs a little bit more, but if you got a couple extra dollars in your check, you're willing to treat yourself. You know, you're willing to buy yourself a present. It's just, you know, it's one that it's a little bit more expensive, but if you can go for it for a specialty occasion, right? I don't drink this every day. I can't sip it every day because, again, I'm not rich. But on those special occasions, birthdays, holidays, your really good friends come over. This is one where I love sharing with my friends because I want them to experience it when they see it and experience it for themselves. And I had to get my own glass for it because, second glass, because it's just worth its own pour by itself. None other than, and you can get any batch, by the way, batch 12, 13, the newest release, 14, but none other, 4-Gate. Folks, when I tell you, oh gosh, this is 4-Gate. This is batch 12. This is finished in the PX Sherry Rum Cask. This is Kelvin collaboration number 3, I should say that as well. I'm like lost for words, as you can tell. This is 4-Gate's batch 12, 123.7 proof. I'll let you guys see that bottle again. Bob, Bill, the guys over at 4-Gate. Oh my gosh. I don't know what they're doing. Every single release is not even a home run. It's not even a grand slam. It's just like, I mean, it's just record books. I mean, literally, it's record books. Whatever you're doing, Bob and team, please keep doing what you're doing because it might cost a little bit extra. But as my mama told me, baby, you get what you pay for. And in this case, it costs a little bit more, but I'm definitely getting what I paid for. This is absolutely one of the best bourbons I've ever had in my life. It's up there with Old Carter and 4-Gate are like, they're my creme de la creme. I can't sip them every day because it's a little bit more expensive, but I will say every single batch I have of either one of those, always phenomenal. Peace, cheers, salute. I appreciate everyone out there. Thank you for always watching the channel. Thank you for all the love and support. And again, until next time, cheers, everybody. Oh my gosh. Woo! That is damn good. Peace out.